What is the outlook for gold and silver?
So while the gold market has struggled in recent weeks, the silver market has proved to be much more resilient, making some recent highs. Also, it does look like silver will likely be the leader to the upside of the precious metals, as I am now hearing rumors that there may be some supply issues in the silver. So silver is the one to be trading from the long side now, with what I'm seeing, not just in the fundamentals, but also from the technical aspects.
Why are 30-year Treasury bond futures under pressure today?
So the bond futures have come under some pressure as of late. There's talk that the stimulus package may be larger than some had anticipated earlier. So that still remains to be seen. Also today we had St. Louis Fed President Bullard saying that he thinks inflation will move up this year. And he also said that the Fed will take inflation on board. So that seems to be quite a bit an inflationary negative series of comments adversely affecting the bond market. However, the front end of the curve still will probably hold up very well, as the Fed will not be in a position to hike interest rates anytime soon.
How does the polar vortex affect the economy?
Well, anytime there is severe weather, as we are seeing now with the polar vortex, of course that slows the economy. A slowing economy means the Fed has to be more accommodative. Also, that is also more inflationary. So the belief now is that if the Fed remains with their very low interest rate policies, that would be very supportive to stock index futures, also to the precious metals, as we mentioned, the silver especially, but also the industrial commodities as well. So all of these markets are likely to work higher, as a slowing economy, if this lasts for any length of time, causes the Fed to remain on hold a bit longer.
What is the impact of this week's record U.S. Midwest and South cold temperatures?
I think that the impact on cold temperatures, number one, has had on logistics and movement of grain, and also some stress on livestock. There is some talk that possible winter kill, but I don't think the crop is far enough along to make a major issue, but certainly wheat prices are higher because of the concern over that. Temperatures, I think, will gradually get back to normal, and so we'll put this behind us, but certainly today it is causing problems with energy and causing some concerns about logistics.
What will the USDA say at this week's annual Outlook Forum?
On Friday, the USDA will have a virtual annual Outlook Forum. It is a chance for them to come out with their first look for 2021-22 U.S. corn, soybean, and wheat supply and demand. They'll be using baseline acres, trend yields, and trend demand numbers. But there was a survey done this week by analysts, and most analysts think that they'll come out close to 93 million corn acres, a crop near 15.2 billion, and a carryout near 1.7 billion. As far as beans are concerned, acres close to 90 million acres, a crop of 4.5 billion, and a carryout of 179. For wheat, maybe a little over 45 million total wheat acres, a crop of 1874, and a carryout of 769. So I think in general these numbers are not necessarily friendly, but they're also kind of a first guess. And then later in the month of March, we'll be actually getting a survey of farmers and what their planning intentions actually are.
What is the direction of grain and oilseed future prices over the next 30 days?
I think that the grain futures markets has settled into some kind of trading range over the next 30 days. For corn, we're looking at something in the maybe $5 to $5.75 trading range. And I think that as you get down to the lower end of that range, you're going to find good demand buying, and we're going to see good weekly export inspections in corn. But I'm not sure we're ready to trade over $6 yet until we get closer to the U.S. Know a little bit more about South American harvest conditions, crop size, and get closer to the U.S. planting season. For beans, we're in this kind of wide 13 to 14.50 range. Testing the lower end of the range could be the approaching South American harvest and the fact that we have probably declining U.S. exports out of the U.S. On the upside, though, is the fact that we're just a couple of vessels away from having a carryout as low as 100 million bushels, and that's the bottom of the bin. And so I don't think the market is doing a very good job of rationing demand quite yet. And we should get data today that shows that January NOPA soybean crush was another record high number. As far as the wheat market is concerned, let's just call it a $6, $6.90 range. The lower end of the range is because there's a good supply of wheat in the world, and demand right now is on the lower side. But the upside is could come after our harvest with the Russian exports down, Europe exports down, and maybe our crop might be a little bit lower too. Certainly there's some concern that these cold temperatures have caused some winter kill, but again, I don't think it's a major issue as of yet. Usually you have problems if the crop grows and we have cold temperatures in early April.